What's up, everybody? What is up?
Hi guys, this is Gigadad. The, I'm not the speedrunner. I'm the slow plodder.
So today we have QQ on the back line. You can't hear him right now until I switch over to the other scene. But QQ is one of the world's fastest speedrunners of Dark Souls, any percent specifically. And so Gigadad is going to watch him just pretty much fart on the game that he has been struggling for like 70 hours on, and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
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 Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody joining in today. We're going to do the one mic situation because QQ is listening on Discord. So appreciate your patience, everybody, but let's bring him on. All right, QQ, I think we can hear you.
Hey, what's up?
What's
Hey, everyone.
up? Can everybody hear everybody? Let me ask chat real quick. Can everybody hear everybody talking? Can you hear me talking? And then when I pass this over to Gigadad, can they then also hear QQ? I'm getting yes, we hear.
Nice.
That's a good sign.
It looked magnificent.
They say you look magnificent, and you do, Gigadad. All right, so
let's make my character not look magnificent real quick.
Yeah, goof off with your character for fun. See, did you even play with the little character manager in the beginning?
Me, I know, I never did. Yeah, I was just glad to see the video game play.
He was impressed that it even worked. See, look how quickly he just speed ran, making him look like a purple piece of junk.
I'm a grape.
He's a grape. He's that guy from McDonald's, you know, the big purple.
Yeah.
The grimace, yeah.
That's pretty common, is people just making their character look like absolute dog crap. Because you're not going to see it really. You always put a helmet on anyway, so you could always make it look like trash.
I actually use my character's head for some specific things, so I'm going to set my character back to commoner. Just so everything's normal. But
he's going to use his character's head to line up certain skips and cheats. It's all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't have to commentate on me. I'm just watching. Go for it.
All right. Okay, so before I actually start the run, I'm going to explain some stuff about the character select screen. Right now, I'm playing as a male, which actually does matter for something later on. The difference is male and female in this game have different idle animations, so a specific glitch that we do later on works more consistently with males. And also there's something to do with the running speed acceleration, but that's not super important. Another important thing is the cleric starting class, because that starts us off with a proper amount of faith and attunement, and starts us off with a covenant for talking to one NPC, which just saves a tiny bit of dialogue and an interaction with them. And lastly, and probably most importantly, the black fire bombs, which we're going to use to kind of blaze through the first two bosses of the game. And I have to perform a series of like 4 frame perfect inputs with them later on in the run. It's cool and fun. So I was practicing it and earlier after not having done it for like 4 months, and got it super instantly. So anyway, I'm ready to start. So just give me the go ahead whenever.
Quick context, QQ, what is your PR? What was your world record time?
The world record for Prepare to Die Edition any percent, the original release of Dark Souls 1 on the PlayStation, not PlayStation, PC, is 19 minutes and 28 seconds in-game time. We measure these speedruns in-game time in order to make it so that everyone kind of has like an equal playing field, because not everyone's computers load the game at the same speed. And if someone uploads a speedrun on console, they're at a huge disadvantage because the game just loads so much slower. But yeah, 19 minutes, 28 seconds. We're not going to get that time today, by any means.
And so less optimism. I think today's the day. We're going sub 19 right now. Live.
No, that run that I got was so insanely optimized. It would take a lot to beat that one, but I'm ready to start. So
run it, brother.
All right, sick. So we're gonna skip these intro cutscenes right away and just start making our way through the asylum. And there is kind of a little detour that we're gonna go through right at the very beginning, but you might notice that when we actually get there. But right off the bat, I'm going to actually get naked pretty much as soon as I get onto this ladder, just because we want to be as low of a carry weight as possible, pretty much throughout the entire run, because uh, fast rolling is just kind of the best thing that you can do in this. And right here, I'm going to actually start using my initial fire bombs just to very quickly kill the asylum demon. So I'm going to throw 1, 2, 3, roll 1, and he's dead. So very quick, very easy.
Any
I get a
comments on
useless
that,
weapon from
Dad?
him.
Remember how long it took you?
How many sessions it took me?
I think that was like hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend who's also doing a first playthrough right now, and it's been a joy watching them play. So, but right here, I'm gonna actually do the first glitch of the run. So I jumped and quit out right next to this wall, and when I load back in, the game is going to not really know what to do with my character. Oh shoot! Hold on. I have a hold on.
He's hacking.
Yeah, I'm hacking.
You're good. Take your time. We were doing some audio testing, so he had him go to Anor Londo. So there's some menu glitches. So when you like time out or like you quit game at certain points, it'll bring you back to certain areas. They'll do it even when like you're opening up a door and it takes forever. They'll just quit the game and come back in because it's faster.
All right, hold on. Let's see if this actually updates. I don't know if the game was in write only mode or because the save I loaded was like a practice save. Okay, there we go. So this save already has talked to Oscar. I've already gotten the Estus flask and the key. So basically, what happens when I quit out right there is the wall just breaks instead of like needing the boulder to come down. But I still do have to go up here and go through this boulder right here and interact with this hollow.
How did you get through that boulder without being flung back?
He rolled.
So I
rolled.
backstepped through it. Backstepping in this game provides you with infinite poise. So it means that you can just kind of stagger, like just tank your way through pretty much any hit. And right here, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for this hollow to come back up the ladder and do another basically setup of a glitch that stores my position on this ladder for kind of like a big warp later on. Nice, I got it. So right now, the game will constantly think that I'm like, even though I'm like walking around and not at that ladder, the game still thinks that I'm at that ladder. So if I do something later on that will make it so that my basically force the game to update my position, I can come back to that spot. It's very complicated. The person who found this out is very smart and very gifted at finding skips and stuff. So we're done with the asylum,
So
and we're going to go.
quick
Yeah, ask
question
your
for that. So for you, had any questions so far? Anything that's confusing?
No.
He's just blown away right now. Like, so how do people discover those kind of, so you're saying that your position is currently saved in the back end of the game, back at that ladder. How do people find that kind of stuff?
So there's actually a series of ways. I'm just going to sit here and explain this. There's a series of ways that people figure that out. One of the most common ways is just going through basically like the cheat engine tables that we have for these games. These games are written in a bunch of like hex code essentially, which is just a bunch of like ones and zeros, and they look at those like the programming language and are like, oh, this should behave like this, and then they test it, and then they kind of brute force stuff and eventually find stuff. Thankfully, the glitch that I just set up right now was actually discovered in a different game a couple years ago, but we didn't know how to do it in this game until like November of 2024. So this is kind of a more unique way of doing it because of specific restrictions in this game. But glitch discovery is very it takes a certain kind of mind to do it and a certain background to do it.
It's interesting you say that it was discovered in another game, because that's another thing I've ran into whenever I like watch speedruns and stuff, is there's glitches that will work in other games that really make the run so much faster. And then immediately people start looking at their own game that they run and be like, can I make that happen some way in mine? But there's certain glitches that like transcend games.
Definitely. So right now, I'm gonna hopefully get through this section without getting hit at all, because if I get hit, then the glitch stops working. Okay, sick. I made it through that part. Right now, if I get hit at all, it will update my current position, and it will make the thing that I tried setting up earlier not work. So hopefully I make it through here just fine. This is the most reset heavy part of this category, pretty much. So I'm just gonna take my time. Okay.
He just stepped over to that thing's foot.
All right, cool. We made it through. I'm not worried about the rest of the run now. Okay. So right now I'm going to buy a bunch of things. I'm just gonna mention what they are.
Oh,
I'm
for you,
buying a throwing
QQ?
knife.
Sorry, buddy. Are you able to move your mouse off screen?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
You're good now.
I usually have it on screen to perform a specific glitch.
Oh.
I actually, force of habit, put it back in the position that it needs to be, but I'm not gonna worry with that in this run. So, but yeah. So right here, I'm buying a throwing knife, one large arrow, just because it's a convenient spot to actually buy it in, and then I buy a rapier, a reinforced club, and a bow. And I buy these three weapons for a glitch that I'm going to do in a little bit called move swapping. And I'll explain that more in a little bit, but right now I just want to showcase this. So I mentioned a little bit earlier that my position is still in the undead asylum. That's way off in the distance. So I'm going to the reason why it still thinks that I'm there is because I tricked the game into thinking that I'm still on that ladder in the asylum. And because I'm still on that ladder, there's a mechanic in this game where if you run out of stamina, you enter this like tumble fall animation and your character starts falling in midair down. Normally you would hit the ground and you'd fall off the ladder, but there's no ladder here. So I'm going to roll 2 times, do a heavy attack, and then quit out. 1, 2. You see my character just starts flailing around, and I'm gonna load back in, and I'm going to be back at that ladder, which is just in the middle of the sky. Uh, and then I land here and quit out, and upon loading back in, I will have skipped most of the undead burg and a bunch of undead parish.
Did you get that,
if I
Dad?
looked
Write it down.
if I look
For
down
your
right
next
here,
run.
there's that giant armored boar right there. So I'm just gonna jump down here. And now I'm gonna go this way and do another skip called Sen's Gate Skip, which makes it so that I can enter Sen's Fortress without ringing either of the 2 bells of awakening.
This one I actually know how to do. I know how to do this one. I attempted it. I got it. It was so tricky.
Nice.
So he's skipping ringing the bells.
Yes, I do have to go back and ring them later, in order to actually access the Firelink, like the Lord Vessel altar. But right now I'm waiting for this hollow to come over here, and I'm going to parry his. Why did I heavy attack? That's a interesting mistake that I don't normally make. Just reorder my equipment right there real quick. And right now, the game kind of thinks that I'm dead, but also doesn't think that I'm dead. So I'm currently in something called Death Cam, but the game is not going to load anything else right now. But the bridge to Sense Fortress is still available, and the gate is not loaded. So right now, I'm navigating across the bridge to go to Sense Fortress, and
there he is.
the gate won't be there.
Yeah, you see.
So,
Yeah. Well, I
yeah.
can see the
You
little.
can see my little.
Yeah,
you can
a
see my
little
little
dust.
footsteps. Yeah. I'm just gonna jump and quit out right here. and now I'm in Sen's Fortress. So we just skipped ringing both those bells. So I'm just gonna go through here. Normally this segment is pretty relaxed in speedruns. You just kind of adopt one specific cycle.
Much troubles getting past it. Took me forever to get through those things.
Yeah, no, this is a very infamous area for a lot of first playthroughs. So, but we know that like we know that everything kind of runs on one big cycle, so we can just kind of optimize our movement and stamina usage accordingly. So let's see. I'm gonna put this here.
Gee whiz.
Over here. So I'm actually going to come up here and quit out right now so that I reset the boulder so that it doesn't crush me to death. And if you just stay on the left side of this hallway, it just avoids the trigger for that trap. So we're all set. And the snake up here. Got my way. And that's the majority of Sen's Fortress. That's not the scary part of this route, though.
I think he's played this
The
game a
scary
couple
part-
times then.
You think?
The scary part is actually our golem fight, because as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm going to have to do a kind of multi-input frame perfect trick in a little bit. If I mess it up, it's okay. I have practiced a backup for it, but
I do
so
recognize
right there,
where he is. Yes.
you recognize where I am? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
That's
So what I just did right there, I'm just gonna sit and explain it real quick. Normally the game does not let you two-hand a weapon in your left hand. So like normally if you press triangle or Y on your controller, you can two-hand a weapon, but you can't normally do that with a left-hand weapon. But because the bow is able to be two-handed in your left hand, you can actually trick the game by changing your input while you're like midway through a jump or a roll or any basically action or interaction. You can change your weapon from the bow to your desired weapon, and it will take on the characteristics of your right hand weapon. So normally the club's running attack is like this big overhead swing. But if I instead move swap it with the rapier, it gets this double hit fast poke attack. So I get 2 running attacks for the price of 1, which is very, very useful, especially later on. And you're really going to see the power of that when I get to Ornstein and Smough.
So from what I understand, you're able to have any weapon, regardless of its damage or size, behave as quickly as like a little dagger, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bob is unfortunately just being a jerk. And right here, I will explain what I'm going to do in a second as soon as I finish it. It's just I need to focus a lot for this part. Nice. Okay. 2. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's okay. I got 1 frame deep. That's okay. So, and bye-bye. So,
You just shoved him off.
yeah. So if you deal, so I'm going to explain everything that I just did right now. So frame duping is basically how I used multiple fire bombs even though I ran out. If you use an item on the last frame that is able to be used in your inventory, if you press the use button again, you'll be able to use another one. And you can do that ad nauseum as long as you get the frame perfect input correctly. But that's like a 30th of a second. So it's very precise. And the other thing is how I knocked him off. If you deal 400 damage to below his knees, he enters this stagger animation where he starts bobbing back and forth, and then if you do another 200 damage to him, he gets knocked over. And if he's angled in a way that he will is basically going to make him fall off the cliff, he'll fall off the cliff and just instantly die. So even though our damage right now is pretty low, we're able to finish him off very quickly. And this allows us to enter Anor Londo within, normally this would be about 5 minutes into the run. So very cool. I would say that like maybe 10% of runs get about this far if you're trying to go for like world record pace. Just because of a lot of early stuff, like I mentioned, getting hit early on, or missing a frame dupe, or Iron Golem just behaving weird. So
Yeah, I mean, did you see him fight? How many bosses have you seen him fight?
Fight like 1 or 2.
yeah, so it's we don't fight a ton of bosses in this route. We fight as minimal bosses as is not like the least amount that you can possibly fight in the game, but it's pretty close to that. So right here, I'm just going to try to not get obliterated by this guy. He can throw a knife at you as soon as you start climbing up the ladder, which at this low of a level will just end up one-shotting you because you'll get chained by the other one. So
I can't.
hopefully...
Yeah, remember me just plodding along, not falling off. Oh, what?
There you go. Yeah, some of this parkour is pretty fun to do. This guy, I'm just running while looking backwards so that in case he throws a throwing knife at me. Yep, okay. If he does that, I pat this way so that it misses. Jump across right here. Watch out for him slamming down right there. Fine. All right. So this part up here is usually pretty infamous, like all these archers and imps up here. I'm pretty confident in everything. You still can get kind of messed up if you're not 100% careful, but we'll see. Hopefully everything goes okay.
You remember this area, don't you?
I remember this area.
Yeah, the
Jeez.
gargoyle followed me, almost hit me right there. Kid got dodged that.
Oh, jeez.
I listened to the audio cue of him throwing his spear. Okay, he's gonna throw that one. I'm just gonna roll it.
God.
Equip this here. Wait for a shot on the left to hit the wall. I'm just gonna put it like this. Should be able to just knock him off. And now we're through Anor Londo. So right now I'm going to level up for the first and only time of the run, where I'm going to get 12 attunement and 27 strength. The 12 attunement is so that I can equip one more spell later on,
41,
and the
90,
27
50.
strength, or 28, I guess right now, is to wield the Dragon Tooth in 2 hands. The Dragon Tooth is going to be our main weapon throughout the rest of the run. So just toggle escape that. Right there, I canceled my stagger animation by swapping my weapon the
He got
second I was
stabbed.
attacked.
Got stabbed and just kept on running like it was nothing. Like his health is what the heck?
Yep. Quickly grab this, and then I don't need these souls, so I'm just going to Dark Sun back and just get rid of all of them. So right now, I'm going to unequip this. I'm just making sure that my inventory is all set. Go here. Gonna come up the staircase. There's this little shortcut that you can do. You just jump across right here, and it skips the entire like upper section of Anor Londo. So now I'm gonna go fight Ornstein and Smough. But I'm gonna do this one specific funny thing that makes it so that they don't move. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna explain it right here before I actually load back into the game. Every 151 in-game frames, so every 5 seconds, the game readdresses your character and is like, okay, you're here. We know that you're here, so we're going to make it so that the enemies attack you. But if you switch your weapon, so like if you change your left hand weapon or your right hand weapon, your character is unloaded from being able to be detected during that small refresh period for about like 3 frames. So we're going to abuse that by doing a series of toggles so that Ornstein and Smough will not recognize that we are in the boss fight arena with them. So you'll see what I mean in a second. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. That's a frame 2 entrance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that forever. So I'm just gonna quit out real quick just so I can restart that. And this is how I'm gonna fight them. So let's see. Do this again real quick. I just wanted to show you it at a more extended period, but they will come back to life the second that I attack them. That's basically just to. That's basically just to make it so that, like, it's guaranteed.
So they don't even know you're there.
Nope. Until I attack them. So now they know. You see how they start attacking now?
Yeah.
I can just kind of like sit near them for as long as I need to. So, and because I'm doing the running attack with the Dragon Tooth with the Rapier moveset, I'm able to hit him twice and just instantly stagger him over and over again. All right, he's gonna just misbehave a tiny bit, but that's okay. And that's Ornstein and Smough.
Gee.
Very fun. Very, very good boss fight. Before that, the AFK skip was discovered, that boss fight was fairly annoying. Now you just need to know how to do that AFK thing and like how to basically make it so they just don't notice you, and how to running attack with the dragon tooth. So right now we're killing her so that she gives us the Lord Vessel. It's faster to just kill her than to talk to her because violence always solves all your problems. And now we're gonna go start ringing the bells because I mentioned earlier that we need to go to the Lord Vessel in order to actually beat the game. So first, I'm gonna go to Undead Parish and do gargoyles.
Yeah, that's an important point to make. So from what I understand, he skips the bosses, Quelaag and the Bell Gargoyles to get to Anor Londo and get that Lord Vessel to open the final door. But technically the game will not allow you to fight Gwyn and beat the game unless you've rang the bells. So now he has to do some quick backtracking to actually ring the bells. But he's going to do it in a way that is a little bit quicker than most people would do it.
Shoot, I messed
Well,
up.
it's quicker than what I did it.
Okay, I messed up. It's fine. I can recover this. Okay, we're okay. That room can be very annoying, and I messed up the AFK sequence, but so the reason why we have to ring both the bells is because otherwise we would have to go through Koth after killing the 4 kings, and that's fairly slow. And Framp does not appear to give us access to Firelink altar before we ring both the bells. So
The gargoyles.
it seems kind of dumb. Yeah, you just obliterate them. We just kill them instantly. So this weapon's really good.
How did you do that?
So let's unequip some stuff. Yeah, it seems a little weird if you're not super familiar with speedrunning this game to go back and like do stuff that you could have done earlier, but we have higher damage now and we have the ability to warp. So we're just able to get to different areas a lot faster.
Ring.
So right now I'm going to go to Quelaag, but I'm going to do this fancy skip called Blighttown skip. But first I have to kill this guy. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just shove him off. We need to use the Firelink bonfire, and if we kill Quelaag and he's still alive, he disables that bonfire. So, right here, I'm going to start setting up the most intricate skip of this category. It's called Blighttown skip. We're not going to set foot in Blighttown once. We're just going to go straight to Quelaag. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to set up a very precise series of basically rolls so that I trick the game into loading me in between two different areas and I fall through this elevator shaft out of bounds. So if I did that correctly, which I did, I
Wizardry.
will begin falling here and splat on this pixel wide seam. And then I'm going to do another precise aim setup right here. Roll backwards, roll forwards, aim here, roll, and then land on this pixel wide seam. So right now, I'm right next to New Londo ruins. That if you go that way, you'd go to the
One
fork
sec,
like
one
New Londo
sec.
ruins.
Dad's being a dad, and he missed all of that because
Oh,
he
sick.
was looking
I
at
can
a
do it
phone
again.
call.
I can do it again. It's fine.
Yeah, do that one again. It was a certified dad moment. He was just looking at his phone because someone was trying to call. He keeps fumbling.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll just
love
very
it.
quickly go back there. It's very easy to set up again.
Why am I so humiliated?
It's okay. So just waiting for this elevator to come back now. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
do that again. It's fine.
You're fine.
The-
Parents these days
the-
always on their phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Always.
these.
For some reason, it was making a call out. I don't know.
So I'm gonna do this again. Gonna get into this corner. Set this up. Let's see. Right here. Already dropped my stuff. Backstep into this corner of the elevator. Even though it's a big circle, it's still a corner. As many. It's not actually a circle. It's a. I think it has like 20 sides. So whatever a 20-sided thing is. Dodecahedron, I believe. Put it back in. Backstep. All right. So now I'm back on this pixel wide seam. So right now you can kind of see it. As I pivot my camera, it looks like it's this very thin piece of paper that I have to stand on, and that's true. It is a pixel wide. It is as thin as it can possibly be in the game,
Pixel.
and it becomes invisible in a little bit. So I thankfully have all of this memorized. See right here. Oh shoot. I have it memorized, I swear. I was a tiny bit too far to the right. So right here, I load back in. Go straight. Okay. And now I'm going to do a plunge off this. And now I am in Quelaag's domain. I skipped all of Blighttown. Then set foot in the poison swamp once. And now I'm going to kill Quelaag. Kind of in the same way that I did the past couple times. Nice, she gave me a good attack. And she's dead.
No more booby spider.
That's done.
So
You're just running in
our
and
damage
out,
has
in
been
and
really
out,
good. Yeah, in and out, in and out. Our damage has been pretty good so far. It's gonna fall off a tiny bit with this last part, but we have not upgraded at all, so we're just still dealing with a +0 weapon. So right now, I actually do need these souls right here because I need to go buy some stuff from this NPC, Petrus. He's going to allow us to get into the final area of the game in like a couple seconds. So I'm just going to talk to him real quick. He's going to give me a penny because he thinks I'm homeless. I do look homeless. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're already part of my club." So I'm going to buy Homeward, Force, and 2 talismans. I know that was pretty fast, and you didn't really see what I bought, but you will in a sec.
Yeah, to point something
And I'm
out,
just gonna.
remember you had to kill those 4 lords. What he's about to do is effectively make it so he can just get through that door without it having opening.
Without having to kill those 4 lords.
Yep.
Jeez, those
So,
4 lords
right
just
now-
about killed me.
So right now, I'm going to equip everything, and I have to do a very, very specific series of inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, very. Okay, now I am in the exact coordinates that I need to be in. And if I do this correctly, what I'm going to do is something called a spell swap. So I'm going to cast force, but I'm going to cancel that and use like the actual spell that I'm going to use is homeward. And that's going to trick the game as soon as I interact with the bonfire into warping me to an area that I'm not supposed to go to. Let's see if I get this. Nice. Okay, I got it. And I'm in the last area of the game. So the reason that that happened is because the last bonfire that I rested at was the Lord Vessel, which is behind that door up there. And the default location of the Lord Vessel up there is exactly where I'm standing right now. And the spell swap that I just did puts you at the default location of the last bonfire that you rested at. In layman's terms, I tricked the game into sending me to the home location of the last place I was at. So that's how you
I
skip
reckon
all
this
4
is what I've
lords and
been doing
get
the
to the end
last
of the
few
game
hours.
in 20 minutes. Yeah. So
Oh, for you,
hopefully
QQ, one thing. When you get to the end, don't actually finish the game because he hasn't beaten it
won't.
yet. So we want
Okay.
to save some of that.
I won't. I'll
But he's
just
here. He's here, literally here in his playthrough. He is running this
Okay.
run back.
Have you fought the final boss yet?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
very
I will
painfully.
not as soon as I beat him, I will end it. So I will not do the final thing. I will just kill him and that will be it. So but yeah, if you have any other questions that you've had throughout the rest of this run, I'd be happy to answer them as soon as I'm done with the boss. He
Sure.
can be obnoxious sometimes. So I might have to do him once or twice, depending if he decides to be a jerk, because he can be a jerk. But yeah, just need to get through this little segment right here. Hopefully they do not hit me through the fog gate. Nice.
He's hitting him.
That was a bit stressful. If he jumps back like that, that can disrupt the flow of the fight. What right now, all I'm doing is just stagger looping him, just because the Dragon Tooth is so powerful, and that's how you kill
Gee.
him. So normally in a speedrun, you would end him in a different way, because it's a little bit faster, but this is definitely the safer of the ways. So yeah, that's Dark Souls 80%.
Okay. I am humbled in the presence of the master.
Yeah, no,
Good heavens.
do you guys have any questions or any comments or anything?
All I know is I'm struggling with knowing how to parry.
Ah,
And
how to parry Gwyn?
yes.
Okay.
And
I didn't want to allude to that because I wasn't sure if you knew how to do that or not. So normally you would kill him, like finish him with a parry. But um yeah, if you're struggling with parrying him, if you don't mind me giving a little bit of advice, um at the very beginning of the fight, let me actually pull this open real quick. I can pull up a Gwyn save because I have a bunch of leftover saves. So what I'm going to do is just run up to him and keep moving forward is like on the opener. When he jumps at you, as soon as he kind of gets close to you, just keep walking forward and then parry. I know that it's probably not the first. You're probably not struggling with the first one. It's probably consecutive ones, but getting this initial one can help. So I'm just going to keep walking forward, and then you can just parry that. So
Did you not take the hit? Oh, that's that grab.
oh.
Yeah, he's tricky.
So
He's not wrong.
that's the exact reason why I didn't want to do the parry, because in this room, uh, the elevation difference for parries can actually make it so that you can't parry him. So like his attack will be too high up for your character's parry animation to actually deflect the attack, and he'll just hit you anyway. So
wonder if that's what.
yeah.
That's not what's happening to me. I'm just parrying too late.
I see. What you can do.
How do you avoid him grabbing you?
Oh, that you have to just avoid it. You have to just dodge it. There is
Roll? You're
no
talking about
assurance
rolling or
against.
something like that?
Yeah, like roll like that. Hopefully he will grab me on this attempt right here. So I really want him to grab. There it is. So I'm just gonna roll into
I
him
see
like
it.
that.
Brought his arm back.
Yep.
The first
You
time
see
I
right
really
there.
seen
So
it
this
clearly.
specific spot is a tiny bit lower than he was. Even though it doesn't look like it, it is. He is a tiny bit lower. So you just get blasted right there.
I mean, the terrain you're fighting on is a tiny bit lower than.
This entire arena is just very uneven. So ideally, if you want to fight him on as equal terms as possible, you want to go to the center of the arena, because that is typically the flattest part of it. You can also go over here as well, like right over here. He's grabbing
So
me.
you want to be on maybe a little bit higher ground than he is.
Yes.
Interesting. I see. You're.
Damn. Maybe I just suck.
It's tricky. But any more questions about the speedrunning world or speedrun that he did?
That's just amazing that you were able to figure all that out and to have that figured out. Those are basically bugs in the system, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah, there are many subcategories of speedrunning this game. There's glitchless, so like you're not using any glitches. There's all bosses, so you have to kill all the bosses as fast as possible. There's any percent, which I just showed you. There's any percent no wrong warp. So the glitch that I did a little bit earlier, where I just wrong warp to the end of the game, is not allowed, but every other glitch in the game is allowed. So
my
yeah,
career,
there's just all bugs in the system.
My career was with a software developer for construction accounting software, and we hated bugs. And our customers would tell us about our bugs, and it just drove us nuts. So
yeah, we love them.
That's just interesting that you have capitalized on them.
Yes. There are some that are still troublesome for us, but generally we welcome them and kind of try to exploit the bugs as much as possible.
What I find interesting is that the developer has not sent out a patch and fixed them.
They have in the remaster of the game for several of these, but we have found workarounds for them to still have the access to the bugs. We find ways to get the bugs back into the game, or like keep using them. So
That's interesting. It's a cat and mouse game.
yes, exactly.
Interesting.
But yeah, no.
All right. Anything else from you, Giga Dad?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure.
Appreciate you, QQ. Everybody say thank you, QQ. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, thank you.
All right, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're the man, dude. I really, really appreciate this. All right, Giga Dad is itching to get in there and beat the game. It's been a couple streams, and the time is now, brother.
The time is now.
Yeah,
You got
buddy.
this.
All right, I'm gonna jump off the Discord call.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Talk
Have
to
a
you
good
later.
rest of your night. Good luck.
Thank you from Dad. That is. Let's pop you over. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Figured people would want to see Giga Dad reacting to the world record holder speedrunner, the man himself. And now, after you beat the game, our next goal is you beating his record. Is that cool?
Well, I'm 69. I don't think I'll live long enough.
Dude, it would take you a minute. I would tell you it would take you a minute to get to it. But I still believe. All right. All right, testing. Talk for me.
What?
Perfect. Testing, making sure everything looks good. Everybody hear good. Everybody look good. Feel good. It's time to game.
All right.
All right,
No,
so
I don't
reminder.
run nearly as quick as he did.
Yeah, reminder your sword is broken, so you got to get a couple
Yeah, I know.
souls to repair it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that on the way over.
And then I have a couple suggestions of things you want to go grab in the world real quick to make your flask stronger, so you'll heal better. And
Okay.
we can get a spell so that it'll make it so you just take less fire damage.
Okay. Of
Hey,
course,
Hocticus,
he's my
Gigadag
friend.
is now motivated by seeing such an impressive display. Tonight is the night Gwyn shall fall. Thanks, buddy.
So I need to kill this guy.
Ooh, you do very little damage. Because your sword is busted.
I know, I should have healed, but I thought one more hit would take him out.
All right. I mean, you can try killing him, or maybe
My
if you.
sword is that busted, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty busted. So you could. Oh, I'm sorry. I was testing something. Let me warp you back. Dude, I accidentally pressed leave. My bad.
Oh, just warping back, right?
Kinda. I goofed up. I'm gonna fix it for you on your behalf.
Fix what, my sword?
Yeah, get you back to where you're supposed to be, Giga Dad. Get you Giga back where you Giga belong. Boink. And let me rest here so that this is where you come back when you die. Thanks. Maybe two-handing or parrying that night would be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
Ape 2 is sleepy
leave.
from last night. Just streamed for like 6 hours. I'll be back.
Okay. All right, guys. I need to get some souls to fix my weapon. the heck? Man, I'm not hitting it. I should parry. I'm not parrying. Oh, I forget. I forgot. That's stupid. Okay. I'm just trying to hit him. Okay, I'll get smarter here, guys. I tried to parry him that time, and it just didn't. Parrying
quiet
thing
habit.
still is not working for me.
You want me to show you again? I can.
Okay, let me try it one more time. You know me.
Yeah, I know. I do know you. But there's this surge of understanding. That's all right. We're warming up. Thank you, possibly Angel or Angle. Is his sword broken completely? Oh. Gotta be facing him.
Gotta be facing him. Why am I not automatically facing him? Why am I not automatically
So
facing him?
when
I'm
he
locked
jumps
on.
to the left, or someone jumps behind you, the game won't rotate you past a certain
I have
axis.
to do that?
You need to physically back up a little bit or walk forward a bit and have your character like a boat kind of steer into him.
I don't think I've experienced that in the past. Usually if I'm locked on,
So in the past, your weapons are so big that when you swing, it really doesn't matter because if they're right here or there. But when you're parrying, you have to be kind of like right on them. So that's kind of becomes a little bit more important.
okay. And this time the guy snuck up from the side. Like,
Nice, little late. So we need to recognize when a parry is successful because we're trying to do the stab
yeah.
even when it's not a successful parry. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Can I show you?
Yes.
Just to help you visualize. Because I think when I helped you visualize in the past, like the last stream, you were just like parrying like crazy because it helps a lot to actually
I never
see.
felt successful at a parry.
You
say
did
I
at
was,
one point like 4 times in a row.
and I didn't realize. It didn't register that I was being that successful.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, you want to kind of look at maybe the enemy's hand or arm as it's about to hit you. One of those was really close. You just parried a little late. Other than that, pretty good. And then you walk forward, do the stab.
What?
You want to rate, like pretty much right when his hand and wrist are about to hit me. Whoops. Hold on. There's one. I'll show you again. Angle towards him. His hand was about to hit me.
What?
Swap it away. I'll just do it a bunch to give you that perspective. It's pretty early. Boom, there you go. Little late. Little late. Late.
Late.
All right. Early. But you're getting it. You got one in there.
Yeah, I got one.
It's all right.
You can do it every time.
About, yeah.
Oh, sometimes I feel real stupid here.
No, it's pretty tricky. I've done it. I've fought those knights so many times. So I know their 3 moves. I know when the timing is, and so it's really just a matter of practice. Right now, we're just doing this parry so that we can get enough souls to repair your weapon.
Yes.
And then there's going to be some other potential strategies I can show you to fight Gwyn that don't involve parrying.
So you're going to get me to where I parry, and then you're going to show me how not to parry.
Yeah, I'm going to give you options. You can do a parry strat against him. You can also do spells against him. That might make it easier. There you go. Perfect. Heal. Boom. Yeah, that's big booms. Big booms!
Missed.
I want to angle at him a little bit more. Yes! Everyone that keeps doubting, oh, he's not going to figure out parrying. He can. He absolutely can. Doing it, doing it. Little early. Little early on that one. But yeah, you hit a bunch of very successful ones.
Yes, and I felt,
Yep.
but I'm still not able to do it on demand.
Yep. Doesn't need to be, you know, perfect forever, but yeah, it needs to be to the point where you can consistently enough do it.
And so I can attack and heal as needed.
Yes. And just to practice more on that guy, practice healing.
Yeah.
Because he keeps just
right.
stabbing you through and you have to run back.
Well, I did heal a couple of times, but I need to do it. I mean, I got plenty of heal up flasks.
Yeah, and I would practice the riposte, Dad, which is the one you actually stab him through. When you parry him, actually complete it to damage.
Dang.
Face him. There you go. Walk up to him. Boom. And then heal when he's getting up. It's just like in a fight with Gwyn. You're hurt right now. This would be a great time to heal. A little late, but that's all right. Boom! Lock it on. Boom. You want to walk a little closer to him? When you successfully hear that parry sound, you want to walk real close to him and then press the attack button. There you go. Yeah. And then you heal. Boom. Big boom.
Did I get him?
That you did get him. Perfect. So that's 2,000 souls. You can probably go repair your sword at this point. I would go back just to repair it for sure.
Go back.
To the bonfire.
Go backwards.
But you gotta go left. And then up those steps. Yep, up there.
You think 2,000 is enough?
I think so. I think it's probably only like 1,200. And if not, we'll rest and we'll go kill that guy again.
Oh, well,
How did you feel about those ones?
I feel better.
Yeah, you seemed a little bit more confident in what you were doing. Like you kind of recognized it. And it's the same thing with Gwyn, except his attacks come out real fast, but it's the same concept of when he's, you know, wrist is coming at you, just slap it out of the way.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Ricks?
Want to repair equipment.
Yeah.
This is
It only costs like 284.
the Claymore?
Nah, it's Y-hander.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, the one with the red old thing.
Boom, baby.
It's fixed.
So if you rest here, we're gonna get you.
I did.
Yes, we're gonna warp somewhere to go get you a better flask, so you can heal more. So warp to Anor Londo. Kill that guy! Kill him! No questions. He's just like, I understand.
I can't lock onto him.
For the moment, he's your friend, but you're about to make him not your friend.
Expunging fools like
Now pick up the soul.
Master Gwendolyn.
Nice. So those are Firekeeper souls. If you take that back to Firelink Shrine, which unfortunately you've disabled that fire, so you just want to go to your inventory, use either a homeward
Can I
bone.
light that fire?
No, because you already killed the keeper of it.
Oh.
You want to use a homeward bone to get back to that bonfire we were just at, to warp from there to where we're needing to go.
Homeward bone.
Bro has the devil on his shoulder. Kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him.
Use item.
Eggs mega thick.
Of course, I use my friend.
Mega thick gong thighs. How much has the channel grown with Giga Dad? I would say probably total like 5,000-6,000 subs.
So what
That's-
what has
So
what
now
did you just do?
we just got a Fireleak Keeper soul. That's what you use. See how your flask says Estus Flask +4?
Yeah.
If we go take that to another bonfire keeper, she will use that to make it +5 so that it'll heal you even more every time you drink. She is the lady that doesn't talk in the cage at Firelink Shrine. If you go back to Firelink Shrine,
So you want me to warp to
yeah,
Firelink
warp to
Shrine?
Fire Warp. And then you want to go down. You remember how it kind of snakes down?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's right on your left. In a little cage. Uh-huh. Boom. And now we want to go back up to that bonfire. We want to talk to the guy
Do I want to leave?
Yeah. We want to talk to the guy that sells, the guy who sold you that fireball ability. He also sells something called Flash Sweat, which makes it so for about 30 seconds, you're going to take like 40% less fire damage, which is great for Gwen. So go left, up those steps, straight through there, directly to your left. Right to the left. Hard left, hard left, hard left, hard, not up there. Eee, that guy, yeah, your best friend. Man you haven't killed yet.
I'm pleased to see you safe.
Knowing you, even though you want to so bad.
Did you pyromancy?
Yes.
Purchase the item?
Yep. We want to see if we can purchase Flash Sweat is what it's called. Yep.
And what does that do?
It basically makes it so you sweat a lot. And for 60 seconds, your character takes a whole lot less flame damage. So when you guys are all wet. So when you go in there to fight Gwen, you can use that. Get yourself all gooed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purchase for 2,000 souls?
Yep.
Do I have that?
Is it lagging on Twitch, guys? I don't know why that's been happening
Do I
lately.
have that?
You do. So now we rest at the bonfire to put it in your spell slot.
So do I purchase?
No, you already did. Press B and get out of there.
I had 2,000. I thought I used 800 or 700 or something.
You use 2,000, you have 700 left.
If you find anything new.
You want to head back to that bonfire.
Okay. I trust you, but it's a little confusing because I thought,
You thought you were spending 700?
no, I thought I had 2,000 total. So rest here, then warp back to...
Attune magic? Because we want to basically make it so your magic slot, you're going to want to press X to remove. X button. It's a really clunky menu. Yeah, and then go press A.
question.
Yeah. Well, now go down. Fill that slot with flash sweat. There you go. And then press enter.
Close.
I think so. Oh, no. You changed it for something else. Did you? No, I don't think you did. All right, so now you back out. Press B. And that should...
Now warp.
Yeah, well, we can't warp down there. We have to jump down where that snake is.
Where that snake is.
Yeah. So we want to get up. Okay, so flash sweat is there. Let's test to make sure we can use it. Do you remember your little flame hand weapon?
Flash sweat is there.
So it's up there on the top.
Yeah.
So that means that's the spell that you're on right now.
Spell.
Yeah, but now you need to have your thing that uses the spells. So go to your menu.
It's not active right now.
It's not. So you need to have that little flame hand. That's the thing that you use to actually cast spells. So go to your equipment. You're going to want to put it where you're with your sword right next to it. So one over, boop. That little empty slot next to the sword. We want to put the thing that lets you cast spells, which is this flame hand weapon type thing you'll see. Keep on going. That's a lot of weapons.
Good grief.
You've been picking stuff up. There you go. Pyromancy flame. I
The
believe.
one I want.
Yeah. And then back out. Back out again. Now, when you switch weapons, you're going to toggle between the pyromancy flame, the sword. Pyromancy flame, sword.
Okay, I see.
So then, now if you press the attack button,
Which is
that little attack button.
The small attack.
Boom. Now you're covered in water. You're sweating like crazy.
Oh, okay. And
Yep.
I have as many of that.
Yeah, 3 per life. So for the most part, you're probably only going to have time to use it once when you start the fight with Gwyn.
Okay.
So now we need to go back up to that snake now that we have that ability to use that before we go into the fight.
Go up to the snake.
Yep.
Let's see. Not there. Not there. Here's the snake. Snake is over here. In the first little place.
He does look pretty gross. Just sweating like crazy. Up there to the left.
No, he's off to the left. There he is. What about him?
Yep, you can just drop down into the hole. It'll take you down there. You died. I'm just kidding. You're good.
No, what happened?
So then you want to rest at that fire so that when you die, that's where you're going to come back to.
Oh, this is the...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This is the one that I would...
There you go. So now, that flash sweat, not really that useful for now. Exactly, so. We now have a better flask. We have a repaired sword. We have the flash sweat to use before we go into the fight so that we take less fire damage.
We're better equipped.
We're better equipped, yep. And if you wanna practice parrying on the night, you can. However you want to handle it. I'm curious to see how this goes. I believe he does have the Hornet Ring.
What ring?
Hornet Ring where it does more damage when you parry. I believe so.
Do I have I got it? I need to look at it. If I
Yeah,
have
take a
it.
look. And then check your equipment. There you go. There you go. Yeah, right now you have this steel ring. That protects you from physical damage, which is not bad. But the Hornet Ring will basically make it so whenever you successfully parry and stab someone through,
Oh, that's right.
it does more
remember you-
damage.
So I want to use that one.
Yeah, if you're going to focus on parrying right now, that would be a good call.
That's...
Press B. There you go.
Okay. So now I'm really putting my eggs in the parrying basket. That's an old saying.
Yeah, it's in the Perry basket. That's correct.
Yeah. I'm really needing to. Dang, way too early.
All right. Little late.
Too late.
Little late. Yep. That's all right. We will get it. We will get it. We will get it.
Well, I have done it a couple of times and kind of, it's just not, I'm not seeing it soon enough.
Yeah. That's all right. Eventually, you'll start recognizing they have the same moves. And you start recognizing the timing of each move. You're downloading the parry, basically.
Downloading the parry.
No, that's just a joke. You're downloading the ability to parry. He's like, how do I download the parry?
What are you talking about? Are you speaking English to me?
By the way, guys, my mic should sound fine when I'm over here, but I don't know why when I get close, it's like super bad, isn't it? That's what I've heard. People keep telling me that. Yeah, we're just kind of flowing it out there right now. All right, a little early.
That one I didn't,
I wasn't quite there.
because I wasn't looking at him.
You were looking at the guy?
I was looking to the side.
Oh, that's part of it. We also did it. The timing was a little off. I think it helps a lot when you watch like me showing the timing. Then it just seems to click for you.
Yes, but I've got to start picking up without you showing me. I need to pick that up more intuitively.
Yeah. Dude, it's so weird because I had these mics tuned the exact same filters, exact same everything. And for some reason, mine, when I get close, it's been super scratchy. But for months, it's been totally fine. Ugh. Audio, guys. Audio. Boom. Parry.
I see.
Get him.
I see.
You gotta practice the full parry. Because it's part of it. Oh, baby. You'll notice because you had that ring on, the hornet ring, that did him in one hit. One parry.
Oh, really?
He's dead. Exactly.
Okay, so I move on.
You move on.
There's no reason to grab.
I am highly irradiated. And my back is killing me today for some reason. I think it's out of place. Might have to pop it. Morale raised.
Pop it like a zit.
Pop my back like a zit. Oi!
Almost.
Ooh, good attempt. That one's really hard to parry. That's rough luck. That's really rough. So that's one specific attack they have where the parry is right when he starts coming up at you. It's really tight. He did it 3 times in a row. So that kind of sucked. That is what it is.
Okay, but I still did that one guy.
Yes, you did very well. And the thing is, Gwyn, his attacks are almost all the same forward smash. He just does the same kind of, that's how most of his attack starts. You just...
And I can't parry off it when he tries to grab me. That I need to roll.
Mm-hmm. Babe 2 does have paddles on her controller. If I ever feel confident enough that she's not going to destroy the good controller out of rage, then I'll let her touch it. But I give her the junk.
Do I have the good controller?
You do not have the good controller either. I've seen you smacking the chair.
I haven't showered and I'm never showering again.
Yeah, she hasn't showered and she has a barbecue sauce shirt, which she's had for the last 24 hours. Hey, look at him. Look at him. You gotta look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't trying to parry. We were trying to attack him.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Crap.
Yeah.
I hit the attack button, not the parry button.
Oops.
Oh.
Babe 2 has 30 charges of flash sweat. Gross.
So each one of those knights has different moves. They're
No, it's just they have a chance of doing different moves. So that one time, for some reason, that one knight used that one move multiple times. Okay. So just to avoid dying, you can also just, after he hits you a couple times and you know
Yeah,
that
I
he's
need to- I
resetting,
need
just
to- yeah.
heal it up, yeah.
Right. I get that. Your QQ is just going, what in the world?
Come on, no, QQ is a big fan of the big dad. Yeah, I know what you mean, guys, but we did that last time for a couple hours. I think he actually does need to just get the finger repetition of locking on position and parry. I think he needs to get it with these knights, because before we would run all the way to Gwyn and we just didn't have the parry, just the finger recognition there yet. Okay, just wait for him to swing. A little late. And heal. Little late.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just slow.
So there's this.
I had it there for a little while. Let me.
He did.
That's terrible.
Another thing is that you're kind of like really high up. Maybe get on even ground.
You mean the camera work?
Well, no, I just think when QQ was talking about you being higher ground on Gwyn, I think because he was pairing with his fist, that was kind of the problem. For you, not really that important of a deal. You don't really want to be on high ground or low ground. You kind of want to be on even ground when you're pairing these guys.
And I'm not even on.
No,
I'm
you're like
not
way
even
up.
on- yeah,
Yeah.
I see.
Lock it on. Yep. You definitely saw that one coming. You saw it, you responded to it. Nice.
Good.
Good. One down.
Oh. Yeah.
Yep, just one little smack. Unfortunately, Gwyn won't die that easy, but
Of course.
it's the right
he's
thing.
My friend.
Wax on, wax off. Don't give up. Thanks, Carlos. Oh, dead.
Oh.
What are we
come
doing?
on. Trying to get.
Good movement. Good movement.
Getting.
Oof.
Not getting it.
Making progress.
I can parry that first guy. This second guy just really.
Does he have the same weapon?
No, he has a different.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So it is different.
No,
Yeah.
they are. He approaches me totally different.
I can show you the second guy. Once you get the first one.
The first
Yeah,
one.
yeah. To get the first one, I'll show you the second one. Just so you can see those timings.
Let me watch him. Let me watch him once.
Boom. That'll work. Perfect.
Where am I going?
Straight down. You're going the right way. Now you're going the opposite.
That's where I came from.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where I'm going. He has a different weapon.
Yep, so his timing is a little different in his moves. Oh!
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is this guy got my number?
I'll show you him. It's gonna help. I promise. But I will say, with Gwyn specifically, his moves are more similar to the first knight.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing how to get the first knight is good. For sure.
I was trying to run past the second guy.
Oh.
And I was not being successful at all.
No, you certainly could. I think just what happened there is he did a jump attack, which... Whoops. Were you trying to, like, get to Gwyn?
Well, I was trying to get past him and come back at it.
Okay. Yeah. That's the thing, is they're pretty much always gonna make it so that strategy doesn't work. Because you're too slow. Look how clunky you are.
Yeah.
Whoops. What up, Lucas? Alright, so that's that guy.
No, that parry, for it ends up being 2 hits.
It's a parry and then a stab through. The parry doesn't do any damage.
I only hit the button once.
Yeah, you can also just wait for him to come to you. And get close to him. Oop. That was a parry. That was a parry. Right when he was about to hit me. That one's really
I can't
tricky.
see that he's hitting.
That one's really tricky to do. So he starts coming up, and then I parry. This one is kind of... You're really very rarely going to do this one. What in the heck is this guy doing? He's really wigging out. I wouldn't worry so much about these guys. Because you're not really... That's not a very similar attack to what Gwyn does at all. So yeah. Wouldn't worry about that one. Just getting used to locking on, parry, and then stabbing through. You can get him. What the heck?
A whole lot slower than QQ.
Nice.
Now that guy's gonna chase me. He's there.
Yes, so I would try to run past everybody. Once you get into the Gwyn fight, you can swap over to do a quick flash sweat. Yep. Yep. Flash sweat. Use the attack button. And then switch to your sword. That's alright. And now we lock it on.
Trying to parry.
He's really aggressive.
I did not do well at all.
He's really aggressive.
Got a lot going on right at that.
Yeah, right in the beginning. And he really doesn't lay off.
Yeah, he doesn't say, "Oh, here, I'll give him a chance."
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't really do any damage on him that time.
Nope, no parry on that one. The problem with flash sweating before he gets into the arena is that all those knights are following him.
Oh, so I need...
But once you get in there, it's good. It's good to flash sweat. I think that's fine. You just got to make sure you're getting all your stuff together in time. Why is the pyro in the main hand? I don't think it really matters. Because he'd have to swap between the shield and the pyro. Same thing as swapping between the sword and the pyro.
Dang, I thought he missed.
For our intents and purposes right now.
I hate these guys following me around. Just kind of run by him.
Yeah, pretty much. I do have another potential strategy besides parrying if we want to investigate that at some point.
Okay.
Gonna involve iron flesh and two-handing.
Tried to parry that time.
I'm not locking on. Yeah, we didn't have our weapon out on that one either. We still had the flash sweat out that we didn't use. So maybe the flash sweat.
What do I do?
It's a quick attack button. So you basically, when you have the flash sweat, it's your weapon and its attack is the flash sweat.
Oh, and then
it's hard to describe, but
then
yeah,
I have to go back.
Switch
to
back
my
to the
regular
weapon. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there's just confusing with all the stuff that I have to think about right at that same second. This is definitely exposing my soft little underbelly here.
Of all of the stuff you had to do at once. It is tricky. Yeah, you might be right,
Very
Seabass.
slow and clunky.
Some people are suggesting if this flash sweat is, a little too much at the beginning and you just want to focus on parrying, maybe you just have your sword out the whole time and not worry about the flash sweat for now, and just kind of focus on when you get in there, locking on, parrying him.
Because I got the flash sweat going right now.
Yeah, because if it's just too much to worry about because he's closing in on you right in the beginning of the fight, you got a flash sweat.
No, I've got the flash sweat. I just need to use it.
Yeah, and then switch to the other weapon.
Let's try this.
It does make it a little easier, yeah, if you already have it in your hand. Okay, nice. As soon as we get in there, we flash sweat. Bam. And switch to the weapon. Lock it on. Get him. Okay. Oh, that was a parry.
Was
Yes. That's a roll.
oh. Now I'm totally stuck. I mean, I parried him?
Yes, you did. He was swinging at you, and then he stopped for a second.
Yeah, I saw him. I didn't know why he did that.
Yep, it was a parry. Now, I will say you did live quite a bit longer because of that flash sweat, and when he hit you with that explosion grab, it didn't do that much damage.
Right.
When he hits you with that big explosion grab, and you're getting up, it's probably a good idea to just double heal real quick. You know? So it takes him a while to close in on you after he does that grab.
But then if my back is against the wall. I have no place to go.
Right. Do you want to pull out your flash sweat while you're running back? Make it a little bit easier on you? Yeah. Dude, AI thinks this is Elden Ring forever. Eventually it will be Elden Ring, and then finally AI will be right. Yeah, I've turned up the audio in the room. He should be able to hear the boom now.
I can hear it.
He can hear it, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no. That wasn't the run. That's okay. So another strategy to tell you. There's another spell that you can buy to the same guy that gave us Flash Sweat. He gives you something called Iron Flesh, which makes it so your character can barely walk and he can't roll at all, but he has super high damage resistance, and you can just two-hand your weapon and then heal. That's another option. If you want to just lean into I am big and thick.
Well, that's what I've done with everybody else.
True, it could work. I think it could work if you just two-hand heavy attack him. We've got parry options if you want to finesse him, and then hopefully, potentially with Iron Flesh, you might be able to just beat him down. It's the I hit harder than you strat. It does work. I think it would, Valorian. I think it would work. By the way, everybody, shameless Discord plug. Babe 1, Babe 2. Really fun group, really fun channel. Discord. Hey, thank you, Prismatic.
Of course, I use my
Water
friend.
break reminder, the gods are hydrated. True. Do you want water?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a little thirsty, yeah.
A little thirsty? All right, I'll get you after this run. And then everybody, we are 3 away from our sub goal. So that applies to Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube memberships. You get access to videos early. And we're going to start a Behind the Babes monthly podcast. For those that sub on Patreon and members, you get a little behind the scenes. So consider supporting the babes. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. Dude, excellent. Okay. Get the... Hey, you gotta actually stab him. Shoot. That was great, though. You made distance with him. You had your flash sweat, your weapon. You parried him. We just didn't walk forward and actually do the stab.
I didn't know that I parried him.
Do you want me to... Is the audio not quite... Did you hear it?
No.
Okay, let me tweak something real quick on the game audio.
Let me just... let me... That's there. I hear the parry.
Oh, you didn't
parry
recognize it.
everywhere else. I don't think if it's louder, I won't recognize
Well,
it.
I can make it so the music is a little quieter and then the sound effects are louder in the mix of the game. So that you hear more... Ooh.
All right, let's try it one more time.
All right.
'Cause,
But you'll also notice, like, you'll kind of just notice the animation of when he just stops and stands there after you parry him.
yes, and I did notice that, and I'm still wondering what's he doing.
Let me get you some water real quick.
Um,
Aww. Florian, thank you, dude.
What was that?
Someone, Florian just gifted 5 subs. What a
Oh.
beloved man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody watching on Twitch as well. I do love that we can stream to both platforms. It's super nice.
Oh, crap.
In a roundabout way, we got there. Oh no.
Oh.
That's alright, that's alright. What?
I don't know, you said you were going to show me something.
I don't think so. Oh, the Iron Flesh strategy?
Try this one more time.
Okay, okay.
These,
Now you can beat the game however you want, you know what I mean?
yeah. These knights are owning me right now.
Yeah, they're hitting you pretty hard. I was gonna adjust the audio. Oh, so that he can hear it? I think he can hear it. He just needs to recognize when it's happening and kind of recognize when he hits a parry properly, you know? Because at the end of the day, you should, anybody that like, once you get parrying down, you know, Sky Gems, the R2 doesn't work. We've tried it. He needs like iron. He needs that iron thing to make it work. But at any rate, you will know when you're gonna parry and when it runs, when you know what you're doing. Because otherwise, if it's an audio issue, it's probably just him just guessing.
By the time I hear it, I'm late.
Yeah, you should kind of know that you're like, I parried on purpose and to deflect that specific attack, and I could see physically that I did it.
That's been the problem is I'm parrying, or I'm trying to parry as I
No!
fall off the thing.
As I fall off the edge. Oh. Turn off all other audio? You want me to do that?
I don't. It doesn't help.
You don't think it's the audio?
Once I hear it and I say, "Oh, I need to swing," it's too late.
No, it's not. I mean, you have like a good second or two after the sound. It goes, ooh, and then that right when you hit the parry, that's when it sounds, and you have like a good 2 seconds to kind of walk into him and hit him.
Walk into him.
Yeah,
So
you
I
have to be
gotta get
close.
Closer.
You got to be close. Yep. If you want to practice on this night again specifically, you can, just to get that rhythm
I didn't
again.
have to walk closer to him.
As long as you're close enough. Sometimes you already are close enough, but it's just good practice. Most people do. It's just parry.
That knight hit me from behind.
Yeah, he did.
What a jerk.
You're a jerk.
Run. Run. These guys are just beating up on me.
Yeah, they are giving you that whack. Yeah, good point, Polly Owl. Polly Owl says we all struggled with this boss. You're not, you're absolutely not the person, the only guy that's like, what is happening? Why am I getting absolutely dumpstered by this final boss? Doug V. Giga Dad.
Come on, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oh, crap.
All right.
I've got some pretty heavy armor on, and it's just, doesn't seem like it's protecting me very much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the end of the game. I mean, you can get hit probably like 4 or 5 times by these enemies without healing. But that's the limit.
I need to heal, but I have to stop to heal. You can't just heal while you're walking. You can, but you stop.
David Scott. There are a good 1 or 2 streams of that.
I'm gonna use those flasks. I've never gone anywhere close to any.
You've only used like
Just
max
use
3 of them. You're two-handing your iron flesh or your flash sweat. There you go. Oh, normally I pull the screens in. Do you want me to pull the screens a little closer? You're good?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, crap.
No! No! I know what you mean, save before fog, but it's a little cheaty. It's a little cheaty, and he's done the game honorably from the start. Someone said my wife's birthday is Sunday, and she said all she wants is for Giga Dad to beat Gwyn. Come on, it's her birthday, Dad. Get in there. Ooh, a little early, but pretty good.
Yeah, see, I'm reacting. You say when he starts to swing, but my
A
reaction.
little late. It's a little late, yeah. Yeah.
So I need to anticipate when he's doing that.
Yeah.
I don't mean to blame it on my age, but as you age, your reaction time is diminished.
And I think it's an experience thing, because like for me or for other players, we kind of just know at what range of distance the enemy's going to attack. So we're just poised, ready for it to happen.
Yeah, as I say, to you guys, that sort of thing is more intuitive.
Giga Dad would accept fan art. We don't have a PO box yet, though. Oh, it's a little late, but really close. Exactly. But you're,
I hit. Oh,
you got your flash sweat. Nice. Hello, Beptu. You putting on your fake freckles?
Yeah.
Nice fake freckles. I'm excited for our trip. Oh, there's no stream on Saturday, people.
dang.
Dang! No stream on Saturday because Babe 2 and I are going to Los Angeles to celebrate her finishing her semester. Woo!
I really need to close this out.
You got it,
I
Dad.
really want to close this.
No, I think he wants to be in this perpetual hell. I think this is what he wants as a
No,
masochist.
Not
They're saying, congrats. Hello, baby too.
you.
I think so.
All right.
Hey, babe too, we miss you. Oh.
What do I have to do to get this really heavy duty armor?
Okay, you need 2,000 souls, so kill one of those guys. Huh? Yeah.
And there's 2,000.
Okay, so you should be able to go back up, and then you need to warp to Firelink Shrine. You gotta talk to that the guy that gave you that pyromancy, or that little flash sweat. Thank you, Edward. Edward Constantine.
And then I won't do this sweat thing, right?
Right, we're not gonna do the sweat. We're gonna swap it out for what's called Iron Flesh, which we are going to two-hand that big weapon, lock onto those knights, and I'll show you what it
And
does.
I won't have a
Can't roll,
shield?
can't shield, can't do nothing. You're just gonna take hits to the face like a man. Like
Alright, so I'm gonna warp to Firelink Shrine.
Mm-hmm. Where do I
guy?
send digital art?
Is it this guy?
Nope, it's up there, the steps. We have an Instagram. If you go on our channel, you can find our Instagram. You can send it to me there, or go on Discord and post it in the Discord, like Pillow Talk, or Babe 1, Babe 2. Hard left. Yar. There's a lot of faith in the chat on this strat.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
I'm pleased to see you safe. As always, if you provide the materials, I can teach you pyromancy.
Iron Flesh, baby. Oh, Oonga Boonga build. You're just a big caveman. Oonga Boonga.
So I've got it now,
You got it.
right?
Drink some water. You need some water because you've been using a lot of flash sweat and running out of a lot of sweat. Gotta get you some more liquid. Ah. Tank mode on. It
Somebody
does.
talk to him. I don't need to talk to him.
No, you don't. You just gotta swap your spell from Flash Sweat to Iron Flesh. And basically what we're doing here, this is...
I want to rest so that I can flash back or warp back.
Well, you gotta... at the bonfire, you can change your spell. So you go to Attune Magic. Go down, press remove, I think, maybe? X. To remove it first. That clears that slot when you press X. And now you go press A to enter into selecting. Oh, and you put Flash Sweat back on again. So press X to remove it.
What?
I know, it's so dumb. There you go, and then go down. Sorry, press A first. It's the worst. And then go down to Iron Flesh. And that's the one, baby. Now we press B. Yeah. Oh. Oh, heavens. Goodness. Okay,
So,
now use that. Oh.
and I don't want. Oh.
So remember what
need-
you can do is if you keep the shield in your hand, you'll still get the benefit of the stamina regeneration, and then just press Y to two-hand the sword after you use the Iron Flesh.
After you use.
Yeah,
the
so you got to get that pyromancy flame thing out.
I need to do the Iron Flesh, then two hand.
Right, so we're never really going to touch this left side, because that's your shield. The shield you're always going to keep technically there. You want to be filtering through this. Just like the Flash Sweat.
Oh.
And then press attack to use the Iron Flesh. Boom. See how metallic you look? Try to walk.
Yeah.
Gotta walk? Gotta roll? Yeah. Basically, you're just a
You
big...
don't like it.
No, you don't do nothing. All you are doing is
I
you're...
rest.
No, we need to get back down to the snake. Jump down there again. You're basically
what?
Metal Mario.
We go back. Oh, to the snake.
Yeah, and drop down that hole. See, that's how long it lasts, and then it goes away.
Oh, is that it?
Yep. Gives you just enough time to two-hand that sword. Use the heavy attack, just like when you did against Smough, where it kept breaking his poise. Remember that? And just try to whack him to death.
So I just walk off and go off. Whee! Oh, I iron by... I don't have a weapon.
So you remember how to get to your weapon? There you go. And we want to rest at that bonfire first, so that if you die, that's where you're going to start again. Oh, that's a good point, Limbox. So remember how you have your Hornet Ring, the one that's good for parrying? If we're not planning on parrying, you might want to swap it out for maybe that one that makes it so you take less damage, yeah. Is that Lenaz?
Oh, wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Or no.
I would suggest...
Ring of Favor and Protect.
That one you have. I would suggest that one.
Steel one.
Yeah, the steel one's pretty good. I'm feeling good about this. As long as we remember to just heal in his face and big heavy attack while we're locked on. If we get grabbed, that's okay. We get up, we heal, take him down.
He still runs about the same speed.
So remember, you haven't used the Iron Flesh. Once you use it, it lasts for about 20-30 seconds.
So I don't want to turn that on.
An exact
How do
same
I
as...
use that flash? How do I use that?
Same way. So you got to switch to the thing that allows you to cast it, which is that flame hand. So switch to the flame hand.
And then hit A?
And then hit the attack.
Oh, hit the attack.
Yes.
The small attack.
Small attack. Yep. You might want to switch to it right now. Similar to what you did with...
It'll take... I'll do it when I get...
Oh, okay. Whatever you want. By the way.
Because it'll be gone. I mean, I
was saying have the flame hand out while you're running. Just so you don't have to switch to it when you get in there, remember? Yeah.
The flame hand out, so with the flame hand out, when I hit the small...
Oh, jeez.
So when I hit the small attack, it's gonna give me this...
It's gonna put that Iron Flesh on, and then you just want to lock on and do that heavy attack. And just remember to heal, yep. People are saying if you win this attempt, they're gonna shave their heads.
Shave their head.
Yep.
I expect to see photos.
Max. Max is a doubter. No way he remembers. Rob says he'll shave his head. You know Rob. He's bald.
Dang it!
Dang it! Hootenanny! Alright.
Where's my... I didn't. I think it might work, but I have not.
It's all right. That was our first try of
what
it.
I'm doing.
That was our first try of it.
Okay, so I...
Hair saved. He did that. He threw that on purpose because he wanted to make sure that people aren't shaving their heads unnecessarily.
Well, no, it is necessary that they shave their heads, especially Rob. Okay, so when I hit the small attack, it'll put that on me. And then I need to switch back to my sword and start swinging.
Yep, and we want to two-hand that sword.
Two hands.
Yep, and we lock it on and we just start swinging. Because we want to start to the point where
See,
we...
that's a lot of thinking I have to do. Which
Yeah.
I'm not real good at.
All right, that's all right, that's all right. This community's going to be bald.
No, I think you pretty much dodged that bullet,
Yeah.
folks.
I mean, if you want for me to kind of, like I did with the parry, I can show you what this attempt will look like. If you want me to at some point.
I know what the attempt
Yeah,
will
yeah, I
look
figure
like.
you do.
Just getting in the condition that makes it work. Doesn't even look like he hits me, but
You might be right, Felorian. It might be too much to do all of it. So we swap out the shield, put Iron Flesh in his left hand, so that you just have to click one button, and then two hand, maybe. How many subs till I get a Gigadad tattoo? 100,000 subs. There you go. What are you called as a Babe 1, Babe 2 fan? I guess you can call yourself the Babes. But we're the main Babes. Me and Babe 2. Babe 3s. Babe Nash. Deacons of the Dad. We're the babies. The babies. Side babes. Hey, please. Alright. Good hit. So we didn't actually apply the Iron Flesh on that one.
I didn't?
We didn't actually do it.
I didn't?
We didn't,
I
no.
thought I did.
You switched to it, but you didn't actually press the button to do it.
Shoot.
Yeah. But hey, you got a couple good hits in there. You locked on. You composed yourself. That's good. That was good, regardless of the Iron Flesh. And you healed, which was huge. Even though you couldn't see what was...
I did better that time.
You did. You couldn't see what was going on. The camera was in your way, but you still knew, I'm hurt. It's time to heal, which is fantastic. You were discombobulated, but you still kept your basics. That's fantastic. It's the attack and then, yep, exactly. You missed one input in a complex sequence, nothing to be ashamed of. I agree, Florian. Bum, bum, bum. One Mr. Magoo run. Come on. This is the run. Dad needs to dig deep. Deep into the soul of a brave dad. This is fun, Dad. Don't ever feel discouraged. I love you. I love hanging out. I love watching it.
Oh yeah, this from a hangout with my son standpoint, this is very successful.
Father and a son facing a challenge together. Because that's the thing about this final fight, is I do feel like it's been gotten to the point where we're both tackling this together. You know what I mean? And I think that's fun. I like that. I don't have to be the one that has to deal with the frustration. That's nice. I get to sit on the sidelines. Also good. Mm-hmm. Okay, swap it. Hit it. Attack it. Yep, and then swap back to your sword. Lock it on. Two-hand it. Or just whack away. That breaks his poise. Oh. But we didn't heal. But that... the rage.
Oh,
the rage.
I noticed.
I didn't want to say it.
That. Okay, but
That
I'm
was
getting
good.
closer. This is...
That was good.
I'm getting closer.
I gave you a play-by-play for that beginning, but then I didn't want to say nothing else.
No. I did. I appreciate that.
People are like, I was screaming heal. Why didn't he hear me? Heal, Dad.
No,
Heal, please.
I get so focused on swinging.
I know,
hitting
it's all right. It's all right.
that I don't heal.
And you
but
didn't two-hand, but that honestly, that was fine.
I did two-hand.
You didn't, but that was totally fine. You still did plenty of damage, because the thing is, two-handing does like 50% more damage, but at the end of the day, if you get that sequence of just hitting him twice to lock
And
him,
then healing up.
you could hit him in infinity. It doesn't really matter how much damage you do.
That's true. I can heal in his face.
In his freaking face. Because you're a super thick boy. You're a big metal thick boy. Who just came in here and just suggested use a bow? I love that. I love it. it's like 4 streams in of all these different strategies centered around his strength.
Hey, he rolled.
Yeah. Remember, you haven't used it yet.
Not doing it.
And then this guy comes in, use a bow. Incredible. Use a whip. Good idea.
Did you say use a wimp?
Use a whip.
Use a wimp?
You're a wimp.
What the heck?
I'm sorry. I know I'm crapping on that guy real hard. But it's funny. It was funny.
I don't know how I get around this guy.
I know.
'Cause each one of those, I'm just so terrified I'm going to go falling off.
We're going to switch to keyboard and mouse now. Tongue pipe. Do it. %, this is the thick boy run. I'd switch to your thing early. Switch to the flesh. But up to you, but yeah. Uh-huh. We hit it. We switch it. That's all right.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh. Oh! Imagine
I
it.
was trying. It's not.
It's a lot at once. It's a lot.
I can't. I need to say I got to heal, and I can't find the dang X.
That's all right. That's all right. But dude, did you notice that you got like teleported away from his grab? Can you freaking imagine if that was the run that he won on? If he won with this teleport saving.
Teleported away.
Yeah, you did. It's all right.
Did I do anything to make that happen?
There was a frame perfect input where you hit him as his grab connected with you, and it's the same thing when the Iron Golem would send you flying. You were supposed to get grabbed and died, but you got moved.
Oh.
You would have had the chance to heal. It would have been crazy if you had actually successfully done it. Would have been loco. Is Iron Flesh useless?
Oh.
I don't know. Doesn't it? I thought it was supposed to like prevent him from being staggered. I think Iron Flesh is definitely helping.
Well, I haven't really implemented it very well.
Little.
Go away.
Go away. Ooh.
Dang it.
Hey, Cody. You got this, Giga Dad. The whole world believes. Okay. Okay, perfect.
I'm healing. I'm trying to heal.
Uh. Oh, that was a good run, though. That was a great run. That was a good run.
Yeah, I'm getting it figured out.
Good run.
Getting it figured out.
Yeah, people are getting.
All right, it's gonna happen here,
It's
folks.
happening. Why did Babe One ever suggest parrying? What a fool he is.
No, that I can see how that would work.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have the reaction time to be able to do that. I really,
all right.
I really think if you got another person in here about 70 years old, they'd have the same problem.
Could be, could be. We'll see how Elden Ring goes then.
Parrying is important there.
It's not an Elden Ring. It's just very quick rolls. But rolling is very quick, and you get up very quick in Elden Ring. So we'll see how that goes. And oh, you're right. Sad Science for Suicide. He did amazing in healing. You really did.
Yes,
That
and
was so
I
good.
was personally encouraged by that. Where did I go? I'm
Huge attaboy. If you had two-handed, you don't think about it. But if you had two-handed, yeah, got him. You would have done enough damage that he'd have died. Ah. One little
I didn't do two hands.
No, we didn't.
Crap.
That's all right. Yeah, I'm going to do something for you.
No.
Just to make you one less button when you get in there. You know what I mean?
I see. Yep.
Yeah.
I know what you did. I thought you were going to do something I was unfamiliar with.
No. Tummy rub for luck? Of course.
Tummy rub for luck. I never rub tummies for luck. I always rub the head.
Oh, okay.
My kid's head. Go away. This guy.
Heyo, Dan, son.
Of course, he's my friend.
Just keep healing and swinging. That's the way. You have 20 Estus. Thanks for the dono, buddy. Much appreciated. Ooh. I believe.
Okay. Heal.
Yeah, okay. Iron
Now,
flesh. Then switch to weapon. Two hand. Lock it on. It's alright, we're living. Wait. Oh. Yes, Dad!
I did it! I got him!
Dude!
Oh,
You did it!
how did that happen?
You whacked him! Dad! Holy
did.
crap! How did you feeling, dude?
I feel... I don't know. That's great.
Dude!
I was healing up right in his face, and that
was the play.
That worked.
We'll explain.
Oh.
We'll explain the story. Yeah.
What?
Walk me through that experience though of that boss, dude.
Of
Like that whole
course,
experience.
He's my friend.
What was that?
Well,
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I was
Nicole, you're
watching my.
amazing.
I didn't have to worry about course, other he's things. my I just friend. had to worry about hitting him.
Yes,
And
that's
that's
true.
what I've been learning this whole time. So that helped.
No,
And
don't
so
kill me,
in-
don't kill me,
in
don't kill
other
me, don't kill me,
places,
don't kill me,
I was
don't kill
able
me.
to heal in their face.
Yep.
And I did that. So things that I learned previously, my friend, applied here.
Oh yeah, I did.
That made a
Everyone, we'll go over the
difference.
donations in a bit. Appreciate everybody. That was
Of
was
course, he's
freaking
my friend.
nuts,
Dad, you
Dad.
can adopt me.
Dad. Yeah, I think because we like I think once we got back to what we knew how to
He's
do
my friend.
and what was working before, I think that was fine.
Yeah, it was more intuitive.
Yeah.
I didn't have to think so much.
Yeah. About
Don't
the
kill me, don't
finessing.
kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me.
You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. I'm taking you to dinner, Giga Dad.
Huh?
I'm taking
Of
you to
course,
dinner,
He's my friend.
and I might even let you get a little bit of a soda pop instead of just a
We're-
couple drops of water.
We're going to, let's see. We're going
Guys.
to next.
Guys, you are the best. Thank you so much. Let's pull up the donations because everyone's been so freaking generous. I need to see what everyone was saying.
Of course, he's my
What a
friend.
relief. Jeremy, dude, thank you for the hundo. Holy crap. Big Boss, thank you for the 50.
Of course, he's my friend.
Nick with the 100, dude. Thank you. Giga Dad is the boss. I don't even know how to keep track of all the love. You guys are
I
incredible.
wonder if QQ was my friend. Probably not.
I don't know if QQ. I'll send it to him. DMC Drake, dude, for the 100. Holy crap. Thank you, everybody.
Of course, he's my friend.
Oh, dude, I think you've literally done it. You're the first man to ever beat freaking
course,
Dark Souls as
he's
your
my
first
friend.
video game ever played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. I never beat Pac-Man, for example.
That's
Of
true. You
course,
didn't even, you
he's my
played
friend.
Pac-Man. You didn't beat it
I
though.
never beat it. No, I never beat it.
Are we going to give him the double babe hug? The infamous.
Of course, he's my friend.
Wow. Here it comes.
Oh, great. Woo. Of course, he's my friend. You know,
Dude.
Yes, how I feel. I don't know. I never felt like this.
He's never felt this. Like he's fallen in love.
Never beaten a video game.
He's
My friend. This is something totally new to me.
Dang.
So, anyway, is there something else that? Of course.
Okay.
Do? What happens here?
All right. So what happens now? I'm gonna cry. Oh, that would, dude. First off, thank you so much for just the hours of entertainment you have provided everybody on the internet. Thank you so much.
It was the outfit.
It was the outfit. It's true. So you now get to choose.
I was getting discouraged.
Were you getting?
Yes.
Ever crossed your mind that you were going to quit?
No.
Absolutely not. Warrior spirit. Why would you ever?
I never thought I would quit, but I was just going, God, what do I got to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm willing to try another approach. When you showed me this one,
this was it. This was the play. Your dad has beaten Dark Souls. I knew he could do it since it started. Dude, and the cool thing is being in this room.
He's my friend.
Being in this room is like, everyone that's coming in is seeing this. They're like, he's in the room and he's not getting slaughtered by Gwyn. That means one thing and one thing only. That means he did the slaughtering, baby. You're in the kiln of the first flame. You have defeated Lord Gwyn, the previous lord, who offered himself to the flame to keep the world going. Okay? Now, the world is decaying and it will inevitably, the dark is coming. The flame is extinguishing. Gwyn wanted to continue the world, maintain the power that he had as best as he could by offering himself rather than let his world. That's what Gwyn did. He offered himself to the flame to keep the fire going. The thing about flame is it eventually goes out. So now you, as a chosen undead, prophesied to be someone who would make a pilgrimage to Anor Londo to become whatever you choose. You can choose to become a new lord and really, frankly, just not even become a new lord, but basically replace Gwyn because the fire has been diminishing. He was kindling, but eventually it extinguishes. You can offer yourself to that flame. If you walk to the middle of the room and rekindle the flame, this wonderful world will continue in perpetuity for as long as you will burn. Or if you walk out of this room and just leave, you will let the flame extinguish and you'll usher in the age of dark. Basically, let it extinguish and whatever the world becomes is what happens. You light the flame or you leave it.
I'd go for the light.
We'd rather keep the light going?
Yeah.
Or would you rather let the world just end in what it is and maybe something new comes from the end? Because some would argue that it's kind of unnatural that you're keeping this, and you can see how dark and twisted this world is.
Yeah.
That you're keeping this unnatural world going, but it's up to you. If you want to kindle it, or you want to, just enter the dark.
I don't know what the two paths do.
Yep, one delays the inevitable, which is lighting the flame. The other one accepts the reality of decay, and that's something else is going to happen, something new. Age of Dark.
I would say I would kindle the flame.
You would kindle the flame.
Light, of course, yeah, you always my friend. Try to go with light. Dark is bad.
So we're eschewing or saying no to the Age of Dark, and we are kindling the flame.
Where is the flame?
Go to the center. The center of the room. There's going to be a little bonfire in the center.
I don't see it.
Oh, there's a little right in the middle. We shall bumble.
I don't see
to
it.
the flame.
I don't see it. Is that it? Oh.
The Lord's last words before offering himself. I don't see it.
Do I do this?
If that's what you want to do, kindle the flame.
You're making me make a decision without knowing what the alternative is.
Well, I've given you the context of what you want to do. The whole world is in your hands. And you have decided to kindle it once more. GG indeed.
But the point is, this will eventually go out
And then someone else will have to come to kindle the flame.
and kill me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
Because you are the new lord.
I are the new lord. What a deal.
That is the end screen of Dark Souls.
That's the end of it.
That is.
Now, what would have happened had I not done the Kindle? I went the other way.
So there's a cinematic that plays there as you enter the world of Dark. And maybe I'll show it to you later. Maybe someday when you play it on your own.
Does it
Change anything about this thing we're seeing right now? No, it does not.
Oh, so you don't know what the future holds. You just know that that's what you've affected.
Correct.
Okay, so
Yep. You usher in the age of dark.
Yeah, I would go for the light every time.
Go kindle the light, even if it's going to extinguish. You want to keep it going.
Yeah. When somebody comes in and looks like it really wants to turn it on and keep the light going, I would say, "Here, take me."
Take me. Dude, that was nuts. I'm so proud
That
of you.
would be after I do that.
Ah.
Oh. No difference except for how people interpret the continuity for the next games.
Do you want to play? Or no?
Babe one, let's go on victory lap number whatever.
So what people suggested we do after this, after you beat the game, you can go into what's called New Game Plus, which is where you play the game again. But it's now, things are a little bit harder, but you get to keep all your weapons and everything. I will, but potentially to see how stronger you are to just fight the asylum demon.
Oh.
You want to do that, or do you want to? Another suggestion we had was just jump right into Elden Ring. If you want to try that.
Like right now?
Sure. You got time, or you got to go?
What time is it? Oh, it's almost 6. I gotta go.
You got to bounce.
Yeah, I gotta go get Nana.
Gotta get Nana.
Take her over to
All
Tanya
right.
and Nick's.
Oh yeah, let me check the stats real quick. Not Elden Ring, yes. Yes.
Thank you, folks, for patiently watching.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do, guys.
You guys are awesome.
All right, I need to put in something into the game file real quick, so that we can see exactly how many deaths he did have and how long he played. Where is it? Never done this on stream. I'm falling apart. Steam apps. Go to common, Dark Souls Remastered. Copy and paste these 3 things in. Then we can load up Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
Failed to initialize Steam. Love that. Let me pull up Steam. Library. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Kick it in from Steam. There we go. Yeah, place your bets, boys. What are we at?
Bets?
On how many deaths?
Oh. And it's probably pushing 17, 1800.
17, 18? I don't think so. Mom, do you mind talking to Mom?
Oh. Hello. Hello.
Let me try to remember where it is.
Yes, I finally beat this thing.
This is damage management game, random character cam.
About 5 minutes ago.
System file.
Yay. Yep. So we're looking up the stats to see how many deaths I incurred and how many hours we were
I
looking
think it's
at
under
it.
game, actually.
Anyway.
Gosh, I haven't looked at this in a while. Game rule.
Okay.
Oh, game data.
I'll be over there. I'll let you know when I head out.
1,392.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. 1,392.
1,392 deaths for the big dog.
For how many hours?
How many hours? That one should be easier to find. That should be... Is it just in options? No, I think we have to go out and then load. Not terrible. Just shy of 1,400. And then load game. Should be 93 hours. So, what was it? 1,393 or something?
1,392.
1,392 divided by 93 hours?
93 hours?
Yeah.
That's how long I was doing this?
So 760, 5580. So that's still an average of 4 minutes of life, right?
4 minutes?
Yeah. You held your 4 minutes.
Hey!
Well done, dude. Oh,
Cool.
Dad, that was hype.
Yeah, we finally did it.
We did it.
Without you, I could have.
Without you, we couldn't have done it because you're the guy playing the video game.
Yeah.
Dude, that was sick.
That was amazing.
Amazing. All right, everybody. So future
I
stuff.
knew it would end like that. I knew that there would come one time when I just kind of kept whacking at him, and finally I beat him. I didn't know that the hit that I killed him would kill him. I just was hitting him.
You were just
so
swinging.
my friend.
Just swinging. That works. That's the strat that works. Hey, thanks you, Phoenix. Thanks a lot. So moving forward, guys, no stream on Saturday. Babe 2 and I are going to LA for a celebrating the end of her semester. And then next Thursday, Giga Dad, you're coming over, the usual, right?
Yeah, next Thursday,
Next
as far
Thursday,
as I know.
the usual. That was Giga Dad starts Elden Ring. And then sometime next week as well, Babe 2 is going to play Sekiro. She has never played Sekiro. She is a small, angry Latina, and we will see how well she will handle Sekiro. So we got 2 new playthroughs starting on the channel. We got Giga Dad, Elden Ring, Babe 2, Sekiro. We have a lot of cool stuff on the channel, everybody. Again, we still have our membership goal. So consider joining on YouTube. You get early access, and Patreon, you get early access. Twitch, you get, the usual sub stuff. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for everybody that donated, everybody that supports the channel.
Absolutely.
You guys are amazing. Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
guys.
It's been a lot of fun.
It has been a lot of fun. Thank you for entertaining us, Dad. You have been very, very
Thank
entertaining.
you for trusting me with it.
Big love, everyone. You guys have a great weekend. Oh, that was nutty.